Hello, travelers of the serene path. I am Lao Tzu, and today I present to you one of existence's deepest secrets, the power of non-action, Wu Wei in daily practice. In a world that glorifies incessant effort and frenetic action, the Tao invites us to rediscover strength in stillness and fluidity. If this message resonates with your spirit and ignites the flame of understanding, please like this video so its light can reach more hearts eager for peace. And follow the channel to receive future teachings that will help transform your life through the wisdom of the Tao. Many understand non-action, Wu Wei, as inactivity or laziness. This is one of the greatest misunderstandings of Taoist philosophy. Wu Wei doesn't mean doing nothing, but rather acting without excessive effort, without forcing, without going against the natural current of life. It's like an experienced rower who allows the river to carry them, using the oar only to adjust course, not to fight against the water. True effectiveness lies in harmonizing with the flow rather than trying to dominate it with brute force. Modern society, with its culture of relentless productivity and unattainable goals, teaches us to fight, to compete, and to strive until exhaustion. We are conditioned to believe that more effort will always result in more success. However, this mindset often leads us to stress, burnout, and a sense of disconnection. Wu Wei offers an antidote, a path to achieve results with greater ease and deeper inner peace, without the need for constant energy depletion. Observe nature, our wisest teacher. The tree grows without haste, the flower blooms at the right time, and water always finds its way downhill, bypassing obstacles without violence. There is no struggle, just a natural flow. Nature doesn't impose itself, it simply manifests. The wind moves the leaves but doesn't pull them. The rain nourishes the earth but doesn't drag it. It's a living testament to Wu Wei, revealing the effectiveness that arises from the absence of friction. The human mind, often agitated and full of expectations, is the main barrier to practicing Wu Wei. We try to control the uncontrollable, predict the unpredictable, and manipulate situations according to our desires. This constant mental battle creates resistance, making every action a burden. Wu Wei invites us to calm the mind, to observe without judgment, and to allow the innate wisdom of the universe to manifest through us, without the interference of the ego. Acting without excessive effort doesn't mean passivity, but rather intelligent and aligned action. Imagine a martial arts master who uses an opponent's force to their advantage, deflecting rather than resisting. They act, but their action is so fluid and harmonious that it seems effortless. This is Wu Wei, a spontaneous and appropriate response to the situation, arising from a clear mind and a peaceful heart, free from forced intentions. Haste is the enemy of effectiveness. When we act in a hurry, we make mistakes, get stressed, and lose connection with the present moment. Wu Wei teaches us to slow down, to breathe, and to allow solutions to reveal themselves in their own time. Haste arises from fear and impatience, while action with Wu Wei springs from trust in the natural rhythm of things. It's the art of knowing when to wait and when to act at the opportune moment. Frustration and anger often stem from our resistance to what is. We want things to be different, people to act another way, life to bend to our will. This resistance generates friction and suffering. Wu Wei invites us to accept reality as it presents itself, not to conform, but to act from a place of clarity instead of anger or frustration. Acceptance is the first step toward effective action. The ego, with its need for control, recognition, and validation, is one of the greatest obstacles to Wu Wei. It pushes us to act to prove something, to dominate, or to be seen. When we act from the ego, our actions are forced and carry the weight of expectation. Wu Wei, on the other hand, arises from a place of detachment, where action is performed for its own virtue, without the need for external results or applause. Deep listening and attentive observation are essential components of Wu Wei. To act effortlessly, we need to understand the environment, people, and circumstances around us. By listening and observing without prejudice, without imposing our own ideas, we are able to identify the leverage point, where minimal action can generate maximum impact. Wisdom isn't in speaking, but in perceiving. Simplicity in action is a reflection of Wu Wei. Often, we complicate things unnecessarily, seeking complex solutions for simple problems. The Tao teaches us to return to simplicity, to focus on the essential, and to remove the superfluous. A simple and direct action, performed with clarity of intention and without attachment to the outcome, is more powerful than a complex, entangled action that never leaves the drawing board. Doubt and indecision paralyze action and move us away from Wu Wei. When we are undecided, we expend excessive mental energy without producing results. Wu Wei encourages us to trust our intuition and act when the time is right, without over-deliberation. Of course, reflection is important, but it should lead to clarity, not to paralysis by analysis. The practice of meditation and stillness is fundamental to cultivating Wu Wei. By calming the mind, we create space for innate wisdom to emerge. In silence, we can hear the flow of life, discern the right moment to act, and understand what effective action truly means. It's a training for the mind to free itself from control and align with the universal intelligence that permeates everything. Detachment from the outcome is liberating and a central characteristic of Wu Wei. We do what needs to be done with the best of our intentions and capabilities, but we don't obsessively cling to the result. If the outcome isn't as expected, we accept it, learn, and adjust. This freedom allows energy to flow without blockages, making our actions more fluid and less burdened by anxiety. Patience is not passivity, but a form of Wu Wei. It's the ability to allow things to unfold in their own time, without forcing or rushing. Like the gardener who plants the seed and waters it, but doesn't try to pull it up to make it grow faster, so too should we act in our lives. Patience allows the energy of the universe to work in our favor, revealing solutions at the most opportune moment. Error is not a failure, but a lesson on the path of Wu Wei. When we make a mistake, we don't punish ourselves or blame ourselves. We observe, learn, and adjust our approach. Mental rigidity and the fear of making mistakes hinder the fluidity of action. The wise person recognizes that growth comes from experimentation and the ability to adapt, not from unattainable perfection. Generosity and compassion flow naturally from those who practice Wu Wei. When we are not bound by our own selfish needs and desires, the energy of love and service to others manifests spontaneously. We help without expecting reward, we give without attachment. This selfless action is the purest form of Wu Wei, for it is in perfect harmony with the Tao, which nurtures all without demanding anything in return. The art of living in harmony with life's flow is not a set of rigid rules, but a continuous dance with existence. It's about being attentive to signs, discerning what is essential, acting with clarity, and allowing life to unfold. It's about trusting the intelligence of the universe and your own intuition, which, when not obscured by the mind's noise, can guide us wisely. The power of non-action lies in understanding that the greatest strength is not in forcing, but in allowing, not in controlling, but in flowing, not in shouting, but in whispering with life. By cultivating Wu Wei, you will discover an inexhaustible source of energy, creativity, and peace. Your actions will become more effective, your spirit lighter, and your life a serene manifestation of universal order. If this message has touched your heart and mind, share in the comments how you intend to apply Wu Wei in your life. And if you haven't already, like and follow the channel so we can continue our journey in search of true harmony.